Hello, this is Riley Porter with Seattle Sumo. You're listening to a commentary track for the 1964 Natsu Basho, that is the May contest. The coverage for this tournament can be found on the Japan Sumo Association's YouTube channel. There will be a link for that below, and access with a $9 monthly membership. As usual, to sync up the audio commentary with the video coverage, I will count backwards from 3, 3, 2, 1. As I hit the N in 1, I will click play on the video coverage. You will do the same, and we will be in sync for the day's action. So, without any further ado, I will start the countdown and get us going. 3, 2, 1. Futabayama, Taiho, Chianofuji, Grand Sumo Archive Basho. Alright, day 12. We're coming into the final stretch here. First up, it's former Ozeki Wakahaguro on the edge of Makekoshi with 7 losses already, up against Juryo visitor Uragawa, who was fighting in the top division just last Basho. And Uragawa rushes across the line, jumping into Wakahaguro. They're belly to belly now, and Yoritaoshi Uragawa crushes out Wakahaguro. Their head-to-head coming into today was 6-4 in Uragawa's favor, and now it is 7-4 in his favor. Meanwhile, Wakahaguro, with his 8th loss, pardon me, it looks like Wakahaguro got the win. Successful Uchari backward pivot throw, so he scraped away that one. Now it's Tsune Nishiki on the left against Tamanoshima on the right. This is their first time meeting. Into the throat is Tamanoshima, but he's quickly brushed off. Now Tsune Nishiki's got the outside right. He's swinging a bit, but Tamanoshima's got the inside left, and he's in deep. And just manages to shove out Tsune Nishiki, Yoritaoshi, crush out, as opposed to a force out. So Tamanoshima picks up his 7th win, Tsune Nishiki his 8th loss, and that is Makekoshi, a losing record. For Dewano Umi's lightweight technician, he'll slide down the Bansuke a bit more. Tamanoshima, meanwhile, if he gets one more win, that's yet another Kachikoshi, and he will continue to advance up the Makunochi ranks. Now it's Fusanishiki, a pusher, up against Kainoyama, a technical belt fighter. It's a 2-1 head-to-head in Fusanishiki's favor. Fusanishi comes out pushing, but Kainoyama slips to the left, locks up the arm, and swings down Fusanishiki Totari armbar. So Kainoyama, pretty slick, fleet-footed, picks up his 7th win. One more is Kachikoshi. Meanwhile, Fusanishiki falls to 6-6. Things could go either way for him. Kainoyama, looking more and more comfortable. Now it's Waka Naruto on 5-6 against Kotozakura, who already has a losing record, Makekoshi, and is guaranteed to drop out of the top division. Just a matter of trying to cushion the fall now. Kotozakura, he's in deep with the right. So is Waka Naruto. It's Yotsuzumo now, all 4 hands on. Kotozakura moves in and just about tosses out Waka Naruto. A little messy there on the edge. Kotozakura looking tepid as ever in this contest. Both his ankles are wrapped up. His right one more so. That's where he got injured last time, I believe. In any event, he picks up a 4th win, so he won't fall quite as far as he could. You can see him even just now stepping off the dohyo, how gingerly he walks. Clearly not back to 100%. Hopefully soon. Here's Tochi Oyama up against Hagurogawa. This is their first time meeting in the top division. Hagurogawa has been a little higher in the charts than Tochi Oyama. Tochi Oyama has a shallow left. Trying to keep his belt protected here from Hagurogawa, which is a good call. Hagurogawa is a pretty seasoned lifter. Hagurogawa trying to worm his way in. Tochi Oyama's got his head dug in under the chin now. And thrusting down, unsuccessful. Hagurogawa just about forced him out before he went face first. Picking up his 7th win, one more is Kachikoshi. Oh, Hagurogawa almost forgot. Well, I think he maybe didn't realize that he won, but more likely he didn't realize he even had prize money on top of that. Well, good for Hagurogawa. If he gets one more win, it would be his first Kachikoshi this year, at least. Certainly overdue. will be his first winning record also under his current ring name. Here's Hagoroyama up against Wakachichibu, who has been looking very solid this basho. Their head-to-head is 11-9 in Hagoroyama's favor. Hagoroyama jumping the gun a bit there. Wakachichibu didn't even look close to ready, but they wanna not miss a step. Hagoroyama reaches for the front with the left, but doesn't get there. Wakachichibu's keeping him at distance. Pressing with his head, blocking the arms. Wakachichibu starts to thrust forward, but Hagoroyama moves past the arms. Now he's working on his inside left. Wakachichibu's trying to lock up the arm there. Hagoroyama, he really wants to get inside. Wakachichibu's playing it defensively. Makes the move for that outside right, can't get it. Now he's trying to make something with this arm wrap, but it doesn't look like it's really going anywhere. Hagoroyama continues to be frustrated. At the very least, Wakachichibu is doing a fine job of protecting his belt. Hagoroyama, I think he's got that inside left synced up now. Just wants the outside right. Wakachichibu, he's not too bad belly to belly. Maybe today he's just not feeling up for the attack. Hagoroyama, waiting patiently, very clearly wants that outside right. Makes a move for it, can't reach. Wakachichibu's got him cupped off pretty well. Almost there, but not quite for Hagoroyama. Wakachichibu's leaning on him. He gets that outside right. Trying to break up the grip here from Hagoroyama. Won't let Hagoroyama's outside right settle on. Wakachichibu playing it very, very carefully, but now he's moving in, now he's driving, now he drops his hips, and that's Yorikiri, a finisher for Wakachichibu to secure his 9th win. Looking very, very good. Hagoroyama falls to his 7th loss. One more is Makekoshi. But he really gave it his all in this bout, very much on the attack. Wakachichibu playing it close to the chest, as it were. Not giving anything away, not being too careless, despite having a very much an outside chance for a Yusho win. Still, here's Kitano Kuni, Shinyu-maku, brand new to the division, up against Kitano Fuji, who's been here since January, only his 3rd basho in the top division. Rushing across line is Kitano Kuni, surprisingly outdoing Kitano Fuji on the initial charge, and then goes the rest of the way. Yoritaoshi crush out victory for Kitano Kuni. Well, this wasn't their first time meeting. Both these two are up-and-comers, you could say. It was a 1-1 coming into today, and now it's a 2-1 in Kitano Kuni's favor. So, for this Hokkaido showdown, both these Thikushi are from Hokkaido, that goes the way of Kitano Kuni. And it's his 6th win. 2 more, Kachikoshi. Here's Fuji Nishiki. He's on 4-7. A loss, here's Makekoshi. His opponent, Wakano Kuni, already has his Makekoshi, his losing record. The head-to-head is 4-1 in Fuji Nishiki's favor. Good charge from Fuji Nishiki, coming off at a good angle here. Keeps moving forward. Wakano Kuni, no answer. Taken out with relative ease, Yorikiri. Fuji Nishiki staves off that Makekoshi. He moves to 5-7. Wakano Kuni moving to 3-9. I think his odds of sticking in the top division this time are slim to none. So he should be returning to Juryo. Try again next time. Fuji Nishiki fighting for survival here in the Joei. The Joei-jin, the kind of top clutch of Maegashira wrestlers. Here's the Iwakaze. He's got his Kachikoshi already. He's up against Sawa Hikari. They've only had one showdown to date that went the way of Iwakaze. Let's see if Sawa Hikari can even things up. Low is Iwakaze as usual, and moving forward. Sawa Hikari nowhere to go, but forward and down. He is pulled in to his loss by Iwakaze. It looks like a Hiki Otoshi to me, a pull down. Iwakaze moves to his 9th win, looking very solid. Sawa Hikari falls to 6-6. Things could go either way for him at this pink rank of his. Peak rank, I should say. Iwakaze is a little ways down from his peak. He's been much higher up the Banzuke. Here is the ailing Toyokuni up against Waka Tenryu. It's a 5-2 head-to-head in Toyokuni's favor. Ooh, not quite in sync there. Toyokuni, pusher thruster. Should want to keep his distance, keep Wakatenryu at arm's length. Wakatenryu, he's a belt fighter. A good start from Toyokuni, pushing in, but locking up the arms a bit is Wakatenryu. Not enough to save himself, though. Good Dayashi from Toyokuni just keeps moving forward and shoves out Wakatenryu. Yorikiri. Oroshidashi. Depends on the belt contact. Sometimes it's a little too close to call for my naked eye. In any event, Toyokuni, that is his 4th win, cushioning the blow a bit for himself. Wakatenryu, meanwhile, falls to his 7th loss. That will be Makekoshi if he gets one more loss. That also concludes the first half of today's top division action. So the Shinpan, the ringside judges, are shuffling out now. And in comes the next set. Here in the center of the screen, there's the former Miyanishiki. He was with Takasago stable. One time he was a pupil of former Yokozuna Miyagiyama, originally from the Osaka Sumo Association. Well, here's Deiwan Ishiki, oldest in this division, up against Tsurugamine, only a few years younger. Tsurugamine, if he loses today, well, that'll be a losing record. These two have had 29 meetings to date. This is their 30th. 16 of their previous matches went the way of Tsurugamine. So he has the edge. Deiwan Ishiki doing a little better in this tournament overall. So hard to say which way this will go. Tsurugamine chest to chest. Inside left. Let's see if he can make a break for the inside right too. Make it a Morozashi, his preferred stance. Deiwan Ishiki, meanwhile, with the inside left, is comfortable enough, I think. He's a very good defensive Dikishi. A bit of a stalemate here, these two feeling each other out. Deiwan Ishiki makes a grab for the belt. Tsurugamine makes a move for the grip flip, but though it doesn't succeed, he still manages to swing down Deiwan Ishiki with the outside right Uwate Nage overarm throw. Dynamic sumo from this very dynamic Dikishi. Tsurugamine picks up his 5th win. Staves off Makekoshi. He could very well finish this whole contest with a Kachikoshi winning record. He'll need to be perfect going forward, but who knows? Deiwan Ishiki falls to 6-6. Things could go either way for him. Now it's Aono Sato, deep into a losing record, 2-9, up against Kane no Hana. It's a 9-7 head-to-head in Kane no Hana's favor. A bit of an awkward start, but Aono Sato's inside deep with the right. Moving forward using that gut press. And it looks like before it even began, it was over. Aono Sato just about edges Kane no Hana over the bales. That was a little bit of an odd energy to that bout, I must say myself. It seemed like somewhat of an uncertain tachi-ai, or at least a very kind of close start tachi-ai. And Aono Sato just kept moving forward. Kane no Hana didn't seem to know what to do. Well, such is the nature of sumo. Here is Wakanami, looking pretty good. He's already got his Kachikoshi. And he's up against an opponent with a reverse score 3-8 who already has his Makekoshi Ogi no Hana. The head-to-head is 5-1 in Ogi no Hana's favor. Now it's 5-2 in Ogi no Hana's favor as Wakanami expertly swings him down. Quick match. Wakanami gets his 9th win. Looking very solid. Definitely has a good chance for a double-digit victory before the basho is out. Ogi no Hana, meanwhile, gets his 9th loss and looks pretty well set to drop down into the lower Maegashira. We'll see. They're usually a little easier on the demotion with guys higher up the Banzuke, with the understanding that they've had a harder time on the whole. Maeregawa on the right. Only one win. Hirokawa on the left. 5-6. Shinkomosubi. Both are pusher thrusters, but Hirokawa gets his way today. Keeps Maeregawa from really getting too close to him and then shoves him down. Hataki Komi slap down. Or maybe they'll call that Tsuki Otoshi thrust down. In any event, Hirokawa gets his 6th win. Still with a good chance to stick the landing on his Komosubi debut. Meanwhile, Maeregawa, an 11th loss. Terrible. Though he can at least take that gold star with him at the end of the day. So, there's a silver lining in all of it. Here's the other Shinkomosubi, Wakamiyama. A loss today is Makekoshi. He's up against Kiyokuni. These are two rising stars. They've met 6 times, and 4 of those meetings have gone the way of Kyokuni. A head-bonking star, Kyokuni rushes across the line, gets under the armpits. Looks like it's Morozashi, but looks like Wakamiyama managed to get inside on the right, so it's inside right, outside left for Kyokuni. Wakamiyama with that outside left is not in a great position. A grip flip attempt from Kyokuni, pulls back a little bit, and Wakamiyama is dragged to his knee. Well, that's Makekoshi for Wakamiyama. Tatsunami Stable's rising star takes his first losing score in the top division. But Komusubi debuts are never ever easy. Kyokuni picks up his 6th win. Things could go either way for him. Very talented young Dikishi. Good chance to return to Sanyaku soon enough. And here is Kyokuni's stablemate, Kairyu Yama, making his Sekiwake debut. If he gets a loss today, that's his losing record. He's up against Ozeki Kitabayama. It's a 10-3 head-to-head in Kitabayama's favor. Odds are on the Ozeki, certainly. If he wants to keep his outside chance for the Yusho, he's got to win today. Kairyu Yama upsetting the arms a bit, but Kitabayama's inside with the left, and that's Yorikiri. 4-set victory for Kitabayama. Didn't really look like he was in any danger there, seriously. In any serious danger, I should say. Kairyu Yama just couldn't really get his arms in. Couldn't get his own style going, and Kitabayama smooth sailing into his 9th win. Good chance for another double-digit winning record in this tournament. Still an outside chance for the Yusho with only 3 losses. We'll see. Here's Tochi Hikari. He's also in the 3-loss group. He's up against Myobudani. They've had 10 meetings, and 7 of those have gone the way of Tochi Hikari. Myobudani, if he can get inside deep, he can get to lifting. Tochi Hikari will probably want to keep him from getting on his belt at all. Jumping the gun is Tochi Hikari. We'll try again on the Tachi-ai. Tochi Hikari, I think he's a bit of a harder charger. Good start from Tochi Hikari, double inside. Myobudani's in trouble immediately. Tochi Hikari moves forward and finishes Myobudani Yorikiri. Myobudani tried to go over the top there for a second, use his long reach to his advantage, but Tochi Hikari clearly keeping an eye out for that. Not letting his belt get taken, doesn't want to get a backward pivot throw on the edge. Myobudani's pretty good at that. Nicely played by the Ozeki. Tochi Hikari moves to his 9th win. Only needs 1 more for double digits, which is what you want to see from the Ozeki on a relatively consistent basis. It's a Fusen show, a withdrawal. Well, I believe that yes, Kashiwado, the Yokozuna, the sole leader coming into today with 11 straight wins, has withdrawn with an injury. One of his infamous tumbles out the ring did result finally in a knock that knocked him out of the race completely. Sadanoyama gets a walkover win, a freebie for his 8th win and Kachikoshi. And Kashiwado falls off the leader group. Here's Ozeki Utakayama. He's up against one of the remaining 2 Yokozuna, Taiho. With Kashiwado out of the race now, it's Tochinomi in the lead with 1 loss and Taiho a step behind with 2 losses, so he's got to stay clean if he wants to keep his chances of winning this thing alive. Shouldn't be too difficult. His history with Utakayama favors him. They've had 13 meetings. 12 of them have gone the way of Taiho. And a fierce start from Utakayama. He's thrusting, trying to pierce his way in with the belt grip, and finishes Taiho Tsukidashi thrust out. Well, believe it or not, Utakayama just about completely overpowered Taiho. And if you wanted the best evidence yet that Taiho is not in his best shape, there it is. Utakayama overpowers the Yokozuna 13-time champion. Takayama himself has never won a championship, but the Emperor's Cup isn't everything in sumo, of course. There was a very long time where there was no such thing as the Emperor's Cup. Well, here's Sekiwake Daigo. Won't be a Sekiwake much longer, but he can at least finish out this basho with some dignity. Up against the tournament leader for our final match today, Tochi no Umi. The head-to-head is 13-6 in Tochi no Umi's favor. Very speedy Tochi no Umi gets in close, deep with the left. Daigo not on the belt yet, trying to wrap up the arms, protect himself. Very much on the defense here, the Yokozuna. Oh, he looks like he's in prime position to throw. A quick pivot of the legs and jerking on that inside left would be a good chitate nage. We'll see. Tochi no Umi is technically excellent. He could do a lot of things from here. He makes a try for that throw, and a little Sotogake combo does it for him. Tochi no Umi moves to his 11th win. Well, technically speaking, that ties him with Kashiwado now. Kashiwado's forfeit today puts him on 11-1. Tochi no Umi closes the day with 11-1. And unless Kashiwado re-enters the tournament, which I think is somewhat doubtful, it looks like Tochi no Umi is in the driver's seat. Well, quite a twist today in the tournament action, but well, what can you expect when you have the glass Yokozuna in competition, as Kashiwado has come to have been known? We'll see what happens. Just a few more days. Thank you for joining me.